The Girl with All the Gifts is an independent British zombie film directed by Cole McCarthy, and the screenplay writer behind this film is actually the author of the novel that this film is based off of, conveniently. For a subgenre that's so overdone and so saturated, I never really thought there was anything original left to bring to it. But when I saw this film, I was blown away. This film was basically revolving around a group of kids who are hybrid zombies. They are humans on the outside, they can think like normal human beings, but when they can smell human flesh, their zombie instincts hidden deep down inside of them start to come out, and they want to eat flesh like normal zombies. And basically, these kids are being contained in an army base, with the school teacher educating them and using a skin block to keep them from sensing her flesh. This film is brilliant in many ways, but I'll start off with some positives. The cinematography here is brilliant. There is some really smooth camera work going on here. I love the tracking shots in the first act that they use, although I wish there were more tracking shots that they used, particularly when they were going through the army base trying to escape the zombies that were breaking in. And there were some moments of pretty excessive use of shaky cam or just overly fast camera movement. I would have liked to have seen less of that, besides the scenes where they were trying to scout out a certain area with binoculars. Like, that makes sense when they're trying to give it their perspective, but really other than that, the camera work here is brilliant. It's some of the best camera quality I've seen for an independent film. The visuals look incredible. I don't know which scenes in particular were using CGI, but however it looked brilliant. Everything looked like it was done on set, filmed on location. I love the acting in this film, especially from Sinia Nana as the main protagonist, Mulaney. She was asked to do so much as a child actress. She had to play the role of a human hybrid who had zombie instincts deep down inside of her and would have those instincts come out whenever she could smell human flesh. That's a very tough role to play without coming off as over the top, but she managed to nail it and find that perfect balance. She was so good in this film, and her acting really made her character so emotionally compelling, on top of how well the screenplay was written with how they developed her throughout the second act. Gemma Arterton also delivers a very compelling performance as the teacher of this film. She is so good here. She has to be the character that connects with these kids, that connects with these human hybrids, and the way she delivers it, she brings so much emotional weight to not only the story but the character development that takes place during the second act of this film, and it was brilliant. I was so surprised by that. As I said, I love the character development of this film. I think the screenplay is really well written in that sense, because the main protagonist, Milani, she starts out just being like a typical kid, just like all the others in that group, the hybrid zombies, but she really starts to develop into feeling like a real human, even with her zombie instincts. It just feels more like a disorder rather than something that you should be actually scared of. And that's what makes it so compelling. She develops into a character that actually cares for these people and is trying to help them out. And this relationship that she develops with her teacher, Helen, is easily the most compelling aspect of this film emotionally. It actually worked really well within the story, and it felt very earned. And while this film is brilliant in many ways, and it is a very compelling zombie film, I do have some minor issues. For one, I think that its characters in particular make really stupid decisions, especially the doctor. There's literally a scene where they are trying to sneak around these sleeping zombies that are just standing around that they can easily avoid. But there is one particular zombie who walks around with a jogging stroller and is somehow not awake. I don't know how, it doesn't make any sense, but I can just ignore that and move on. But what she does is she puts her foot in front of it and stops it. Like, are you trying to wake up the zombies and get everyone in your group killed? It just felt like such a stupid and unrealistic decision. It did not make any sense. There are many decisions like that made throughout this entire film where you're just like, what was that? Why? Where did that come from? especially towards the end, one particular decision Milani makes that goes completely against the values that the character supported and how she developed as a character, and it just completely ditched that, and it was a major character inconsistency, and it left me massively disappointed. I'm not going to go into spoilers with it, but just watch it for yourself and you'll see what I mean. But yeah, other than that, this is a very effective and compelling zombie film. I'm giving Girl with All the Gifts a solid A minus. Really, if it wasn't for that ending and some of the really stupid decisions these characters were making, I would have easily given this an A or even an A plus. But overall, I hope you enjoyed this review. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next video.